Hey guys, this is Karthikeya Kantwal from Apex Finsaw and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. Kicking it off with the equity watchlist side of things, starting with the first one is Axis Bank, where we are going to go for a simple long position at the nearest resistance turn support at 615, stop loss at 605, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the second is Tata Steel, where we are going to go for a short as per the recent market structure of a good lower high formation. Now there just seems to be one mistake here. Yep, now it should be easier to understand. The time frame was wrong. So we're going to go for a short on Tata Steel at 625 at the nearest supply zone plus, which also happens to be the original swing point of the lower high formation. Keeping in mind today's up move, it was not really sustained, but still not going for a short at 620, instead just a bit higher at 625, stop loss at 635, ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the third one, Maruti, simple trade here again, going for a short at the nearest swing point, again coinciding with the supply zone at 7900, stop loss at 8000, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Again, it would be a bit easier to understand if I switch it up to 1 hour time frame. You can also say that it's established a trading range for itself between 7700 to 7900. Outside of this range is going to be the new deciding factor for Maruti. Moving on to the fourth one that we have is Torrent Pharma, where we're going to go for a short position at the nearest supply zone, which also happens to be the nearest swing point at 2725. Stop loss at 2765, ideal targets 1% on the downside. The final equity script that we have is Titan, where we are going to go for a long at the nearest, you can call it a demand zone. It's not actually a quality demand zone, but it's also where the price took its recent bounce from. So it is acting like a good support level. So we're going to go for an aggressive short at 1415, stop loss at 1395, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Now coming to the indices, starting with the first one, Nifty. Now today was a bit tricky to trade Nifty, tricky if you can say, but if you are simply taking the advice or simply looking at our charts, I told you guys yesterday, pullback pay, go for a long, and to be honest, we had a red opening today, not red exactly, but a slow opening today followed by a pullback and then up move again. However, tomorrow things are slightly different. We have now established a range in Nifty from 13350 till about 13425. So it's a range of close to about 80 to 90 points. Outside of that range is going to decide the new short-term trend for Nifty. But inside of that range, you can go for aggressive longs and shorts playing between these boundaries themselves. Talking about the option chain, you have immediate resistance at 13400 with 583,000 added contracts. Significant 13500 with 870,000 added contracts. On the support side, immediate is 13400 once again, but with 1 million added contracts. So 13400 is the make or break level for Nifty right now. Above that, we might see 13500, 13600. Under that, we might see 13300 or worst case even 13200 in the coming couple of days. Significant support comes at 13300 with 630,000 added contracts. When we talk about the PCR of volume, that comes out to be at 0.97, which is again in the bearish category, not aggressively bearish above 1. It's still bearish, but not as much as something that would make me go for shorts in the opening itself. Moving on to the second one, Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty too, just like Nifty, has established itself in a range. So it's actually a good thing to have both the indices on the same page. It actually means that we might have a harmonious trading session tomorrow. What generally happens is you might have observed that one of the index is pulling while the other one is slugging, or vice versa. So tomorrow both of them have established a range. Bank Nifty ke liye it's 13300 till about 13100, 200 points ka range, and for Nifty it's about 80 points ka range, 80-90 points ka range. So either way, you can say they both have a range of about 0.7 to 0.9%. Outside of that range, you have a new trending direction, or it might even break on the same upside. But let's see what happens for tomorrow. Bank Nifty may, to be honest, the best entry point for longs is 3100, and the best entry point for short is somewhere around 3350, so that you have a higher risk reward ratio. Talking about the option chain for Bank Nifty, we have immediate resistance at 3300 with 173,000 added contracts. Significant at 3500 with 160,000 added contracts. On the support side, you have 3200 with 175,000 added contracts. Significant at 30,000 with 150,000 added contracts. So from the option chain, to be honest, it doesn't really have a make or break level as such, but one thing is very clear on the option chain as well, that you have a range of a minimum of 100 points from 3200 to 3300. Break of that range can go for a trade, a directional trade for about 100 to 120 points in that direction of breakout. That's it. Let's see what happens tomorrow. This marks the end of today's video, guys. I hope you are liking the content. If you are, let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As I said, leave a comment as well, and of course press that bell notification icon too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful trading session tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.